Okay guys, we're here working on a FNS Plus. This is a 60 square foot Diatomaceous earth filter, a DE filter, and we're going to be replacing the manifold. We're also going to be replacing the brass bolt here. This comes as a kit, and here's the part number. Okay, we basically have this torn apart already. I'm going to take off the lid. Always make sure your breaker is shut off. Okay, let's take this lid off. Turn off the pump. Decompress everything. Move that bottom plug. But we've already got this thing apart. Okay, we got two handles. Handle here that says lift here. We got one on the other side, so we're gonna lift this out. We took it off of the tube there. And what it is, we have a crack here. This is supposed to be solid. This one. This has two wing nuts here and here. We'll take these loose. So we got our wing nuts off. We're going to lift up on the manifold. Be careful not to break your grids. These are called grids here, and this is a 60 square footer. One step on here. You don't want to break these off, so we're going to do an inspection. We're going to inspect our grids. We're going to look for cracks. We're going to look down the back here. Check all your seams. We're going to check here, and right in there. I'm going to check for cracks. See, we do have a small, we got a small hole here, a little pinhole. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 full ones. Or actually, excuse me, 7 full ones. And we have one partial. This is the partial. You can tell it's partial. You can look at smaller than side by side. You see, this is a smaller grid. This is a half grid. So you got 1 half grid and 7 full ones. I'm just checking for any more cracks. That's good. This is the bottom manifold. So let's go. We're gonna hose these grids off. Turn it upside down so the water can drain out of this. Drain out right here. Okay, I'm gonna put this back together. So we have the small grid here. This is a small grid. You can see the diameter here. This is a big one. So we're gonna start with the small grid. And we line up. So this round part here lines up with this round part here. There we go. So you see we put it in between here and here. And we make sure that we line it here also, so this is free. And we go with our long grid. We just go around. So basically going to get in between these slats here. So we put it in. Clears that little here. Here, here, here. We got it. We got our circle here. Then we have our circle there. Okay. Then we have our guide. Our guide has two holes here and here that line up with here and here. And tube fits here, so there's a gap between this one and this one's a gap. So it comes with an O-ring inside of it. Make sure you don't lose this. And it comes with a washer here. And a washer here. Let's go ahead and put this O-ring over here so we don't, I'm just going to set this here. Okay, let's put the top manifold on. Fill tube. We have to line it up with this here. So let's take a look real quick here. You look in there, it has a notch. This notch here lines up. So when these wiggle into place, they must be seated all the way down. So we got to go around it, and we also have to make sure these are inside as we're going around it. You hear it kind of clicking into place as we're pushing it down. Okay, this one's out, so I gotta raise it back up, make sure that's in place there, and this is in place. So we're just going around. Everything in place, and the seals right there. Putting the wing nuts on. Make sure everything's in place. Let's check underneath. See what it looks like underneath. These have lock washers here so they don't turn while you're putting on the wing nuts. And you see everything is lined up underneath. And we have this gap here for the tube. seated all the way around. So we got the back. Make sure we put the lid on. Try to have the gauge facing you. So when you walk up, you don't have to look around it. You can see automatically where your pressure's at. Put our new bolt assembly on here. This right here is lost the cap, so this here will let the bolt get loose, in turn let the clamp get loose, and let this blow off. So we're gonna have to shut down the filter system until we get a new clamp. This should have a cap over the top holding these two pieces together. Wow, when this is screwed down, this is allowed to open because it doesn't have that little cap on top of it. That gap widens, which means this screw loosens up, which means the clamp can open up, pop loose, and this tank will flying up in the air or hit somebody. This one actually has a weld right there, and it has the cap preventing this from opening up. So we go ahead and replace this clamp. Tap around the clamp. Put on the small washer first. Big washer, spring. And you tap around it while you're tightening it up. I want to have something this close to the wall, because it doesn't allow you to tap around in this area back here. Okay, there's a new clamp. It's on there. You see a little bit of screw sticking out. It's nice and tight. Diatomaceous earth. Right here on the directions, about a pound every 10 square feet. But we're working with a 60 square footer. So we're gonna put 6 pounds. This cup here, this is a 1 pound diatomaceous earth cup. So it'll be six scoops. Don't breathe this stuff in.